This is ATX Comedy Review. I'm ChadO. We got our guest host today, Tony Cruz. Yes, that's your camera over there if you want to know. But yeah, no LeBoza today. He's out in New York pretending to be a comic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How long's he in New York for?
He's there like for 4 days or so. He's going to be back, I think, today or tomorrow.
Nice, man. Yeah, a lot of comedians make that trip to New York and, get some reps in, hit some of the mics.
Yeah, I've yet to actually even venture to New York as a tourist. I haven't been out there at all. Yeah. But I hear that it's a place for mics. But I mean, I do mics out here. I don't need to go searching for them. I don't think.
Well, guys, I just want to say this: ChadO, that son bitch can hit. He can fight. I was over there.
I knocked him out 2 days ago. He's just now waking up.
It's really what happened. No, I was over there, trying to beat this record on the punching bag machine. I think I got it at like 8:17, and I was like,
how many times did you try it?
I tried 3 times.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did a straight, and then I did 2 hooks.
Yeah, hooks better on that.
And then you went over there and fucking 888. I was like, God damn, dude. He was like, let me get this real quick. I was like, golly, bro. So you used to train?
Yeah. I used to train Muay Thai and Judo and Jiu-Jitsu back when they were all separate, Yeah, they had to go to different gyms for each one.
That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah. But, we used to try to fight other people in Oklahoma, and that was a fun time.
Hell yeah. See, I told them I was going to bring some Jameson whiskey, and I feel like a failure, guys. I forgot it was Sunday, and they don't sell liquor in Texas on Sundays because it's the Lord's Day.
Yeah, only the Lord's allowed alcohol on Sunday.
Yeah,
so
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. You can go to the bar and order 10 shots of Jameson and have a, $40 bar tab, but you can't fucking do it. You can't go to the liquor store and get you a bottle.
You're getting $4 shots of Jameson?
Well, depending on where you go. Shakespeare's, they do a deal on Mondays.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes they'll do like $4 shots of Jameson.
Oh, that's a good deal. Yeah. I know where I go on Mondays is Buck Wild, and up until 10 o'clock it's $2.25 for well drinks. Yeah. Well shots, well drinks, whatever you want. And man, those things, the bartender just pours them heavy. I'm pretty lit on Monday.
I love that, man. I love when they got a heavy hand.
I only drink on Mondays, though. Sunday and Monday, but I don't even know if I'll drink today because I'm supposed to be on the mothership today. I'm supposed to have an audition. We'll see here how that goes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So how many times have you been on the mothership?
Just the one time. I did it on during the Pecan Festival. It was a Sunday, and I did okay. I opened up. They put me in the tough spot. I got laughs. I didn't bomb or anything, but it was a tough spot, and I didn't get invited back. So I was telling Cam Patterson about it. He's like, "Well, it's time to come back and see what you got." Yeah. So we'll see what he got.
No, hell yeah, dude. I haven't been on yet. I'm still. I've signed up every Sunday and Monday since it's been over at the mothership.
Yeah.
But I just have not got on yet. But it's coming.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy 9 months.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you start? Where were you from?
I'm from Sulphur Springs.
Did you start out there, or?
No, I started because there's nothing in that shithole town. There's a brewery, and they had the open mics they had were all live music. And so in order to do comedy, I had to travel to Dallas. And the first mic I hit was Comedy Arena. That was over in McKinney, which is a really cool little comedy spot. It's a cool little comedy club. And I was hitting that on Mondays. I would hit Canucks, which is like a dive bar. And then every so often there was another bar called Alexander's in Dallas, which is in the gay part of Dallas. Uh-huh. So it was a gay bar. And then, man, they hated my shit.
How far did you have to drive? How long was that drive to go to Dallas from?
It was about an hour and 30 minutes.
Damn. Yeah. So you were driving for that every time, huh?
Yeah,
How many times a week were you doing it?
I was probably going about 3 or 4 times a week.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And then you were driving down for Kill Tony when I first met you. That was like, 3 months ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's where me and you kind of hit it up because you was like, damn, dude, you're dedicated. Like, you're driving fucking 4 hours from Sulphur Springs every Monday. Yeah, and I was, man. I drove probably 15 times before I moved to Austin, back and forth, just trying to pursue that dream, trying to get on Kill Tony, Mothership, and just trying to make waves, man. That's all we're doing.
And then the wife was like, "Fuck it, let's just move."
Yeah, she was like, "Babe," she's like, "You're driving all the time." She's like, "You're fucking putting yourself in. It's not safe because I'm driving late. And I'm making the trip there and back on the same day." So I was like, yeah, let's just make the move to Austin. This is where it needs to be. And plus, the comedy scene's so much different here.
Are you saving money? Are you making money doing it?
Man, right now it's all coming out of pocket. Like I got a job, my wife's got a job. We're putting a little bit of money back into our savings, but for the most part, dude, a lot of this has been out of pocket.
But the drive back and forth, that got to be expensive, right, man?
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I was spending probably about $150 on gas every trip. Yeah, back and forth.
Do you do other bikes on Sundays now, or
what
do you like? Are you doing like Sandjack on Sunday?
Yeah, I do everything, man. Like if I don't get on Comedy Mothership, I hit Sandjacks, and then I'll stick around, and sometimes I'll go to Creek and hit that. But usually I just hit Sandjacks, and then I'll probably go to the house and do that late night at Creek, or try to get on Banana Phone or something.
Yeah.
Try to have some fun. But Mondays are fun. For me, Mondays are like I can't wait for Monday.
Yeah.
Because you get the chance of getting on the Mothership, you get the chance of getting on Kill Tony, and then Shakespeare's, man, that little club that we hang out at, they got that mic in the green room that kind of, you get a minute to express yourself, and then after the Kill Tony's over at 10 o'clock, they start an open mic.
Right.
And they've allowed, there's me and like a few other comedians in rotation that host that. So it's pretty cool, man. It's kind of makes it worth your while, and you can get some real time there if if you're a comedian and you want to go.
How long are the sets there?
They're 4-minute sets, but if I fuck with you, I'll give you 7 minutes.
Damn.
You know what I mean? If I like you, I mean, I don't care. It really is a place to have fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's literally it's a fun mic.
Yeah. I usually will hit up Access after Kill Tony or the Creek mics. They tend to be a little bit more calmer, smaller, Yeah. But that Shakespeare one has a lot of people that hanging out there usually after Kill Tony.
Well, yeah, you get that crowd. The Kill Tony crowd. They want to go hit a bar. And there's so many bars to the left and the right. Well, why not Shakespeare's? And plus we got. Gio, he's a comedian. He works the front door. And then Luke, he also works as a door guy there, Luke Newman.
Yeah.
And they're both like, hey, man, we got comedy upstairs. You just got done with Kill Tony? Well, here's another fucking show. And they're usually it's a pretty rowdy crowd. Like, you'll get some hecklers, but we're trying to figure out a way to incorporate the heckling into the show. So we're trying to find ways to make it fun.
That's cool, man. Yeah. What do you do on Tuesdays usually?
Tuesdays, I'm normally hitting Tiniest. I like Tiniest Bar.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like Simply Courtney, man. Shout out to him. He's a pretty cool dude. He's ever since I've been coming to Austin, he's been he put me on the show, The Lawn, and I've gotten booked again from another comedian. I can't remember his name, but he does a boat show on Monday. Which I'm going to skip I'll skip a Kill Tony to do that show.
Oh, you're really going to skip it to do the boat?
Yeah, I mean,
is it this Monday or?
It's the 8th of next month.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you got a little bit of time to get on before?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Today, hopefully tomorrow's the day, That's what you got to have, a positive attitude. But have you been on Kill Tony yet?
I have not. No, I've signed up every week for almost a year now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a grind, dude.
Yeah,
I think Derek Dimple, shout out to him, I think he said it took him 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know when we first started the podcast together, it was like 50-something times when we first started doing the podcast, and that was almost another year since then. So yeah. He's definitely tried a lot. So yeah, it was quite a journey for him to sign up all those times, and I know that not every week he signed up because he did the minute to win it mic, so he missed a lot. But still, he signed up a lot of times too.
Yeah.
But as far as consistency goes, I know Zach Laboza and me both signed up every week, and he finally just got on almost a year after his time. So it takes a long time sometimes, and other people just come right in, get on their first fucking time.
Was there a big after party?
No. It's always a before party with him,
Nice.
A pre-party.
Yeah. I'm planning a big after party after I get on, hopefully.
Oh, yeah?
I'm ready to do it. I'm going to do as much drugs as I can. I'm going to smoke weed. I might even do some cocaine. I'm going to go all in, dude. I'm going to go fucking ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going wild. I'm going to get drunk as fuck. Yeah, we're partying after I get signed up. If and when.
What if you have like a Dylan Rasucci, what's his name? Rasucci episode where you just tell the crowd to fuck off? I was in that show. I was in the Kill Tony for that one. I So in LA, I'm very used to people doing crowd warm up. You know, so if you start a clap, people will clap. But if you start a boo, people will boo. And I'm pretty sure I'm the first one that started going boo, just like that, and then the whole crowd just took off with it, and he just snapped. But it was funny. I was just trying to be funny, but I think the crowd took off with it.
Yeah.
But because I was at the 10-year anniversary doing that. I was in the front, like in the very front row.
Nice.
And the bad comics, I would start booing, and it would just go through the whole thing. So I was like, "Oh, that's pretty badass." So I carried it on the next week when Dylan was
Dude,
on.
I love that episode.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love the way the crowd interacts with the guests on that. Like the booing off stage, I think that's funny.
Yeah.
I think there's a place for that.
Yeah.
And I
mean, if you're really terrible, like I mean, if you're going up there telling a story that has no punchline, Juanita, there's going to be some problems, you know, when you do that.
Yeah.
I always make the joke that I hope her first name is really Carlos.
She addresses that on some of her bits, but I mean, you gotta have before the Kill Tony anniversary, because I try to mingle with everybody.
Yeah.
Juanita was there with her sister, and I was like, she was telling me the joke she was gonna do, and I was like, that's a long setup. I was like, you might want to trim the fat on it. Gets up there and does the same thing, and I'm just like, you know.
Yeah,
and Joe Rogan, he's like, I don't know who you're fucking hanging out with, or they're like losers, or they're telling you that. And I was like, fuck, I guess I need to distance myself from one.
He called you a loser just
he did. They're like, fuck. I was trying to tell her to trim the fat. What the fuck? But no, it was funny though, but she, you know, if during her interview she was saying some more of her, like she went through some more of her bits.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you say that? Because you had them laughing in the interview, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that tends to be the thing, man. You're walking up there, you don't really, you're just getting like that tunnel vision, and then when they start talking to you, you kind of break into like, yourself, and you know, you realize, hey, I had other shit. Yeah. But I know a lot of people that just get in that like deer in headlights mode, and they don't do what they planned on doing, or
it blows my mind when people are like, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah,
I've had the same minute since I knew my minute when I was going to go do it, because I wanted to do stand up my first time on Kill Tony, and that never worked out. So I stopped waiting. You know.
Yeah, so you said you were from LA. Did you sign up in LA?
No. I was a writer director out there, so I had movies optioned, and I would go to hang out at the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory to try to find comics to be in the movies.
Yeah.
So I got to be friends with a lot of the comics because they wanted to be in the movies, and I was always the funniest guy in the room. Always try to be the funniest guy in the room, you know. Yeah. Always making jokes and like, dude, get up on stage, just go for it. I'm like, nah. So 15 years later, I'm like, I'm gonna go show Tony I can do it now. And I thought I'd be on stage on his show first, and he'd remember me. We'd hit it off. We'd be best friends again. Nah. I've been stuck in this fucking town for 2 years. I've seen him around, but or a year.
Have you had any interactions with him?
Yeah. So like we used to hang out like after parties and stuff. He knows who I am, and like I've been in the green room a few times, but it's not like we're best friends or anything. You know?
I've had 2 interactions with him. The first one I had was when I was still living in Sulphur Springs. It was a late night. It was probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was eating sandwiches in the back of my, out of the back of my car. And we had like a group of like, there was like these 2 Hispanic girls that were drunk that came up, hey, y'all are eating sandwiches? Like, yeah, come make your sandwich.
You just making sandwiches for people.
It was pretty cool. Yeah. We were just all eating sandwiches, eating chips. Well, I'm throwing away trash, you know, and and there's the dumpsters right behind Comedy Mothership. Yeah. Well, Tony Hinchcliffe is over there standing in that really, the girl that takes charge, I can't remember her name, the blonde
Christy,
girl. Yeah. She was back there talking to him, and Yoni. And I was like, fuck, this is my opportunity to go shake his hand and meet him. So I went over there, talked to him, had a cool interaction, did my whole little stupid Tony spelled backwards, why not joke. And he was like, yeah. And he's like, you're Kilt Tony? I was like, yeah. Because for those of you that don't know, during Kill Tony, I wear a kilt. I'd have a whole thing where I'm planning on exposing myself to the world with a sock. I'm not my actual penis.
Anthony Kiedis style.
Yeah. But I'm like, I interacted with him. It was a cool interaction. I shook his hand. Fucking went home. Told my wife about it. Was like, holy shit, man! I fucking talked to Tony Hinchcliffe. And then I had an interaction with him this last Tuesday. So this last Tuesday at the Boken, he did a set, and it was free for comics. Yeah. Well, I went with another comedian, and she happened to get called out by him when she went to the restroom. He saw her, he noticed her, and he was like, hey, who are you? She's like, I'm from Venezuela. And she talked her way on stage, dude. Like, she did her minute. During his set, she did her minute at the end of his set.
Wow.
Well, she comes back over and sits close to me, and he's like, is that your boyfriend or something? She's like, no, he's just another comedian I came with. He's signed up 20 times. he looks at me and he's like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, what's Tony spelled backwards?" And he was like, "Why not? Whatever." And he tells me, "Dude, William Montgomery signed up 68 times. Keep signing up." I was
Keep
like,
it up.
"Fuck!"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Hopefully, I can get my minute in here."
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah, that's funny.
It tells you to keep working. You know,
Yeah.
you got to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Stay consistent.
I mean, your name is Tony, so are you actually doing kilt Tony, or did he come up with that?
Well, see,
Did you ever see that? Did you? You're
I've
like,
heard
holy
it
shit.
before.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, it's a meme. There's
Yeah.
if you go on the Kill Tony fan group on Facebook, somebody made a meme and put Tony Hinchcliffe in a kilt. So
Okay.
Kill Tony's been around.
Okay.
And there was another comic that was like, "Man, you should go up as Kill Tony." And I've heard the references before, but he that night that we were in the alley talking, he pointed out Kill Tony. I was like, yeah,
That's funny.
But it's pretty cool, man. I'm probably not going to use that on stage because it's so cliche,
Yeah.
you know. But I plan on doing my minute and not even addressing the kilt.
We'll let
until
him
the
say
interview.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's really cool, man. I've like most guys that sign up. I'm sure the ones that are prepared, I have my whole set prepared. I have it all ready to go. Yeah, I'm not winging any of this shit.
Yeah.
I just hope I don't go blank.
Is your wife watch your stand up? Or?
She does. She does. She's a huge supporter, man. Like I had a show in Fort Worth last night, and she was there. I had my whole family there. There was like 10 people, my siblings, and you know their significant others and all that. So we had a good time, man.
Nice.
It was cool. I just wish that they were closer to Austin because then they can come see the shows. But it's a 4-hour drive, you know.
Yeah. How much time did you get out there?
I got 10 minutes.
Okay. Where was that at?
That was in Hyenas, the red room.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not the main room, but it's it's still a gig.
At the Kill Tony, where Dylan booed the crowd, I spilt my beer on the booker from Hyenas. I was on mushrooms, and it's a 2-drink minimum. I drink the one. I forgot that they brought me the second one, so I think it was an empty beer. And you pick up and it slides, just slid out of my hand.
Yeah.
And so it hit the table. I went to go stop it, and I squeeze it. I grab it, I squeeze it, and it just erupts. And I'm on the second level, so all the people below me just got wet. I'm like, it's a 4D experience. While the whole time the shit's just pouring over the top and all over the booker here. And there's another booker from San Francisco next to me, and I was an idiot. And the one guy went and got me paper towels from Hyenas, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I didn't get asked to come perform at his club after that.
Yeah.
So.
Have you only performed it mainly in Austin, or have you been in other areas?
No,
too?
yeah, I started here and I've only been doing it here.
Yeah.
So I've only, I've really haven't even tried sending out tapes or anything. I've only been focusing on getting better in writing.
Your suicide stuff is funny, dude.
That's fun.
I'm telling you, that shit was hilarious. You had me rolling at Creek in the Cave, man, and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that today on the mothership for the audition, just because it's different.
Yeah.
Everybody goes up there with high energy and tries to just murder. So I'm gonna try to kill without energy.
You're gonna try to kill with suicide.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting thing. I think that stuff is pretty funny, just because it makes you awkwardly laugh, and then by the time you see the twist, it's like, oh shit, yeah.
It's a fun bit.
Yeah,
it really
man.
is, and I got some suicide material that sometimes it hits and sometimes it don't. Sometimes I get I'm like, man, I'm trying to make you laugh here. I know it's probably a little grungy or something, but
yeah, if they start feeling sorry for you, then it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, man, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy the Austin scene. I'd say it's the one thing I do love the most about the Austin scene is you get a crowd.
Yeah.
Like the mics I hit, tiniest. There's usually a crowd there.
Oh, yeah. I used to do it. I never had anybody but comics there.
Yeah.
So I gave up. It was like football season when that's where I stopped going over there. But I started doing challenge mic, and it's writing on stage, so it's so much easier. It's so much better for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I've kept a lot of bits out of it and stuff. So I'm always, I try to write a new 5 minutes every week, and then do that 5 minutes at least 15 times that week.
Yeah.
So it's tough. But
How many mics are you hitting a week, would you say?
So like on Monday, I'll do 2, usually Creek and Access, or if I can get in early on Shakespeare, which I used to do with Amy O, and then go over to Access. So I try to do those 2 if I don't get any others.
Yeah.
Then Sunday I'll do I'll sign up for Mothership, but I'll usually get on Other People with Hans Kim, and it's a dating show, but I do a lot of bits and just be funny. And it's usually live streamed, so I've got a lot of followers from that. Then I'll sign up for the bucket on the Sunday show, which I usually never get on. Sometimes I'll do Sandjack, but I haven't done it since Phil's taken over.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a banana phone usually. If not on stage, I'll write and just yell out shit. I try to write something for like all the people who like if they name the names coming up, I'll start writing stuff about them before they go up.
Yeah.
So it works better. Or if I am up, I'll write stuff about the judges. I'll try to do stuff about the
Try to turn it
about
on
the panel. Yeah,
Flip it on them.
And then that's Sunday. Tuesday, I'll do challenge mic. I'll do Creek mic, and I'll do Anderson Mill. So I'll do 3 usually. And this last Tuesday, I did a different one, but I did 3 or 4 this last Tuesday.
Yeah. You do Lucky Duck often?
On Wednesdays, I do.
Yeah.
I'll do the tag writing mic, and I'll do the Wednesday just the regular mic. And I'll try to get like in the top 5 on that one, so I go to the Creek afterwards and do another mic after that one. So I'll try to do 3 on that day too. So that's already 6, 7, 8. That's 8. And then Thursday, I'll try to get Narbar. Sometimes I'll do Tiniest, but there's another one I'll hit. But there's 2 or 3 mics on Thursday I'll hit as well.
Yeah.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I'm off. Or Friday, Saturday I'm off. I don't really fuck around.
Yeah. Well, Friday there's a strong mic.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only open mic really that you can hit.
There's nobody in there though, right?
I don't think there
Yeah.
is.
It's a closed gym, right? Yeah.
I see. I've never been. I've
Yeah.
thought about going out, but Fridays usually I hang out with the wife. You know, being married, you know how that goes. Sometimes you got to pay dues to the old lady.
Oh no, I've been married 24 years. I'm trying to get the fuck out of it. Yeah. No,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. My dues are paid.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'm in debt now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I guess I just feel guilty sometimes because I get back so late and I don't want to go in there and wake her up. So I'll just like sleep on the couch and she'll be like, "Babe, you could have came to bed." I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to wake you up," and you know, and I try to be nice.
And plus, you smell like booze and other women. And
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah, no shit.
No.
You know, gotta clean up first.
Yeah.
And get this perfume off me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's hard sometimes being a comedian in a relationship. Like people think, like my wife thinks I'm getting laid. Like no, nobody's fucking comedians.
Yeah.
You got to be like Matt Rife or somebody that's big and already established.
Or
you're
just
an
like
open
Matt
micer.
Rife. Yeah.
Or just Matt Rife. Period. Yeah, but. Like, if you're just an open micer,
Yeah.
you're probably like, good luck, buddy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There's no chuckle fuckers taking out the open mics.
No.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. It's cool though. I enjoy it. I got to say, the Dallas scene is the only thing I miss about it is the diversity. There's a lot of diversity. Like,
I see. There's no black people in Austin. Is that what you're saying?
there's not, man. There's not no black rooms. There's no Latino rooms. There's not very many LGBTQIA rooms. I guess there are a few, but I guess I just haven't found them yet. I guess that might be the problem. I just haven't been out looking too much.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with. I pretty much stay around 6th Street. I've done like Velveeta Room and things like that, but yeah, there's no. I like that Cheers bar is a pretty black bar next to Vulcan.
Okay.
But I don't think they actually do stand up. It might be a fun place to hit up. If you want an ethnic room, they might let us do some stand up.
See, in Dallas, there's a place called Quinlan's. They call it the hardest mic in DFW. And they will boo your ass off stage. Yeah, they will like tell you suck, get the fuck out, and get threatened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the kind of energy I'm missing. Like, I'm not saying I want that, like to get threatened, but
you want that.
I want somebody to tell me I suck.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want somebody to tell me I suck.
Yeah.
If I suck, I like an honest response. Take my hat off. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a good honest response for me is just not clapping. I'll take that and kill myself. That's fine. I don't need to. I don't need you to fucking tell me how much I suck.
I don't know. There's something about like when I went to Lucky Duck this last Wednesday, I had these new jokes I was going to try out. And I start off with my, I got like a bit that kind of gets everybody to listen. So I hold up my thumb and I say, hey, guys, everybody give yourselves a thumbs up for being here tonight. Yeah, that's the size of my dick. One size fits all, it's universal, whatever. Well, I did another joke after that, and this drunk guy's like, "No, man, don't do that joke, man. No, stop." And I was like, "Oh, guy with the little dick got angry." And then after that, I went blank.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I blanked. All my new shit blanked. I was like, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say after that.
Yeah.
And for about a good 15 seconds, I was just standing there awkwardly sweating, like,
It's really hot up there, yeah.
so I was like, all right, let me just do my old reliable muscle memory material.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really hot. I've like I do that tag running like at 6 o'clock, and it's like the sun beating down on you. There's no shade, nothing. It's just fucking being out there. And that tag rating, like I write all new stuff for every week, and it's like usually he'll do like a subject. Like last week was garbage, so I did 5 minutes on garbage, which most of my jokes are garbage anyways. But it just worked out, you know.
That's fun.
But like the week before was Russia, you know. So what I do though, I try to film most of these sets, and there's some I haven't filmed, but most of them I film, and I'm putting out an hour special of all those different 5-minute sets this week of all the different tag writing, because it's all new stuff. A lot of stuff I never perform again, you know, ever. So that'd be kind of cool to show that, hey, this is what, you know, an Austin comic does, you know, writing, you know, and you know, the kind of exercises we see out here and stuff. So kind of interesting for people to see.
You do a lot of improv style comedy?
Only on like Wednesday or Tuesday, I'll do the tag writing, which you pull a subject and you riff on that subject. Yeah. And some people do bits on it, but I try to avoid like one time I pulled like Uber, and I have like 5 minutes on Uber stuff, so I try not to do any of those bits on that stuff. I try to come up with new stuff in the moment and talk about it. So it's really hard to get in that rhythm at first, but once you find it and start able to like be witty and have a punchline, not just have a story, but have a joke in there, then I think it's a whole nother level. And I think that's taught me a lot of stuff, especially for Banana Phone and other things. It's just being in that moment and being able to write a joke in that time. Because improv is one thing, but having a setup and a punchline in the moment, that's really hard. Yeah.
It takes a special person, man. You know, it really does. Like like I'm not great at improv. That's the reason I don't do it, because I don't feel like I can come up with something on the spot funny. Like I have to sit and think. Man, what's going to be funny? What, like I have to, when I put my bits together, I have to do a whole ritual. Like I have to have a good night's sleep, smoke a joint, fucking drink coffee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I got to like get in this funny mindset, and then I start writing.
Oh man, shit just comes to me. Like it'll just hit me. Like I'll just have like a funny thought. Like the other day, I was thinking, as a kid, I used to get like nunchucks and stuff. Like at the like state fairs, you like throw a ring toss and win nunchucks, or throw a balloon and win like a butterfly knife. You know, throw a darted balloon and win a butterfly knife. These type of different things, and you don't do that anymore. So I incorporated that into like watching Bruce Lee, and as a kid, everybody wanted to kidnap kids, and I was looking for a fight, so I would go out in short shorts and walk past white vans looking for stranger danger. It never happened, you know, type of thing. But now, that was kind of
it's probably that fucking black belt you had wrapped around your shoulder or something. Hey man, let's not fuck with this kid. You know?
I don't think I see the nunchucks in my shorts or not. Yeah, but I was. It was just like one of those funny thoughts. Like, what if I did fuck up like kidnappers? Like as like Bruce Lee used to walk down like bad neighborhoods dressed as a nerd, you know. So I thought, well, as being a hot kid with nunchucks might be funny, you know. So that was just kind of those moments. I don't ever sit down and write unless it's those prompts that like Alden gives me. Yeah. And then I'll sit there and write on garbage or Russia or ice or whatever it is. Yeah. And those are the hardest jokes for me because I don't remember them as well. But like stuff that comes to me, I'll just know, like I'll have in my head. Yeah. So it's really weird to sit there and write a joke and then to have a joke come to me. Yeah. Is two different modes.
No, it's really cool. Like, so you say you do record all your sets?
I try to, yeah.
And you go back and watch tape?
Oh no, I hate listening to myself. I don't understand myself. I mumble, I slur. I can't stand listening to myself. So I don't know how people do it.
I'm the same way. I mumble. I'm a mumbling son of a bitch. Yeah. People are always like, huh? And I'm like, God damn, let me repeat myself.
So I'm trying to get better at that. And I know that my first year into it, I'm not that great, but I'm still going to keep on putting it out because somebody's listening to it. Somebody's laughing. But I already know what I said. I'm not going to sit there and change this word to this or emphasize on this or lay on the stage for this. Yeah. No, that's not who I am.
Yeah. At the beginning for me, it was super important to record everything. And I'd go back and watch tape, and I'd be like, I got tired of hearing my own voice, man. I got tired of hearing, because I got a podcast too, you know.
Yeah.
And when you have a podcast and you're hitting this thing from different angles, and all you're hearing is yourself, it's like, dude, I need to hear something different.
That's why I do it live, so I don't have to. I just hit record and it's done. I post it like on YouTube. I'll put the ends up. I don't ever watch this shit again because I can cut to all the cameras right here. I don't need to sit there and line them all up and do it. I just boom, there's Tony.
And to me, that's dope. Like, like your whole live what you got set up here. You got, for one, you got a beautiful house.
Thanks,
man.
bro.
Good God, it's a really fucking nice place. And then you got this really good setup. And I was like, shit, man, this is how you do it. This is how you do a live podcast. You fucking just go all in, and then you have somebody come in and you just have a conversation like what you do.
Yeah.
And with my podcast, I kind of have the same aspect, but it's not. There's no video. It's just audio.
Okay.
But you know, it's I get tired of hearing myself editing. You know, when I'm editing my shit, I'm like, man, I got to hear myself again. I got to hear these conversations over and over again, which I had a great time with the guests or whatever, but it's like, eventually you're like, fuck, man, I sound like a fucking idiot.
Do you edit it down? Do you take words out and stuff? And
well, I'll try to leave as much in as I can. If I can get a podcast, I'll try not to edit anything. What I mainly edit is just long pauses. Like if there's like if somebody's thinking, or somebody, you know, took a sip of water, or somebody's coughing, or, you know, hacking up a lung, I'll edit that part out. But I'll try to keep the fluid, the conversation flowing.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
just long pauses.
Yeah, I try to fill those with talking. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes you try to, but you know, you ask a question, and sometimes people are like, "Well, let me think about that," and it takes them a minute to.
Yeah. I think that's why having that third person like Zach or whoever, you just fill in while they're thinking. You know, this one-on-one's a little bit tougher, but having 3 people works pretty good.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps if when you got a third person in, you know, and they can kind of fill in the gaps. Like, well, all right, well, next question, you know, or whatever. And it's kind of like, you know, the improv style. Like, that's why I never got into improv comedy. Yeah. Because I know I would be a crutch. I would be a crutch to the team. I won Poke the Bear one time. Yeah. But that was because my team. Not because of me. I was just like, yeah, man, that sounds funny. Let's do it. Let's do that, bro. Like, none of the tags that were hitters were from me, because dude, roasting's not my heart. That's not my strong suit. Like I said, it's just, I got to really sit here and I got to think about what I'm going to say next, you know, when it comes to comedy. Yeah. But do you ever do anything like that? Do you ever do like Poke the Bear or any of those stuff?
I haven't. That's because it's a group thing. I play free for all on like most of the games. Like if it's like Battlefield or PUBG or whatever it is, you know, or
Fortnite.
Any of those things, I'm always a single player. If it's only teams, I don't play them. Yeah. Because I cannot rely on other people. I'm going to either dominate or I'm going to lose, but it's going to be on my own. Yeah. You know, and I win first a lot of times on those games. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So that's why I don't want to carry a team with me. So I'm going to be individual doing it. I also play Mortal Kombat Online too. It's a very one-on-one individual, you know, type of thing. And I love
Mortal Kombat. Who's your character?
I always do hidden cursor, random select, and I'll beat with everybody. Yeah.
Nice. I'm a Scorpion guy. Yeah. Like I got the Scorpion moves down pretty good, but that's about it.
Yeah, I get doing the whole combos and stuff, but I play it like chess, and I my goal is to do power moves and take away all your, you know. So like I'll focus on like uppercuts or, you know, sweeps, things that are the most powerful things, and just beat you using strategy. Yeah.
This motherfucker don't play around, guys. I'm just saying. That son of a bitch, he's coming at this from different angles. Yeah. So what got you doing a podcast too? So you do comedy. Was it just like a networking tool?
Back in 2008,
exposure?
Back in 2007, I was in LA. And I just got there 2007, 2008, and I had some movie options. And during the time I was waiting for the movies to get go into the studios and do different things and whatnot, I needed some money. I needed some jobs. And I started growing weed for a dispensary. Back then it was house grows. So my job was to stay at the house and watch the grow and throw away like all the trimmings and stuff. So like you can't throw it away at the house. You have to go throw it away at a dumpster or some shit, you know. So I took all the trimmings And I was about to go throw them away in a dumpster. Man, it smelled so good. I'm like, there's something else we can do with this. And I remember back in High Times magazine when I was writing, the movie I was writing was called Mitch and Stu's Quest. It was about two stoners who lose a stash, have to replace it, get a bullet in the head. So I did a lot of research on weed, and like growing it and things like that during that time to write that movie. So one of the things I learned was hash oil and how to make hash oil with butane. And so long story short, I ended up making a bunch of hash oil and bringing it down to the dispensary, and they didn't know what to do with it. So I made some little cards and explained how to do it. And one of my first customers to buy that hash oil was Joey Diaz.
Shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Joey Coco Diaz was how he went by at the time.
Shout out to Joey Coco Diaz.
Yeah, and he bought the hash oil, and he went and did a podcast with Rogan. They called it Diaz Brothers Podcast at the time. It was his podcast. Rogan didn't even have one. So Joe was a guest on Joey Diaz's podcast, and it was about what's going on in LA and all this shit. And they ended up talking about that hash oil on there, and ended up selling out like immediately. So I ended up making a bunch of hash oil, and by the time I brought down there, he was going in to buy some more, and we started talking about it, and I started telling him what I was doing, and we kind of hit it off, and he gave me his phone number, and we just start becoming close through weed and making movies.
Yeah.
And so he was going to be in my movie. We started talking, and anyways, him buying that hash oil was what set it off, and then talking about our podcast. So then I started listening to Joey and what Joe was doing, and in 2018, Rogan's podcast was one of the biggest ones. I was like, I want to do a podcast like that. So I started this podcast called Toking Today, and it was about what's going on in the cannabis industry in Arizona at the time, because I ended up making a cannabis college in Arizona in 2012 and started educating the whole state on cannabis and how to work in dispensaries and how to all that stuff. So everything I learned in California, I brought to Arizona when they were brand new, didn't know anything about it. And I educated basically every dispensary there. I just certified them in my ways of doing work and all that shit. So by the time 2018 happened, I was like one of the big names in Arizona and cannabis. So all these businesses would come and do the podcast. We talk about businesses, we talk about politics, we talk about reform, all those different things. It was all about weed, but it was I had like backdrops, I had the 4 cameras and all the stuff. And April was producing it for me, so I had a producer, and we'd have one-on-one conversation. We have 4 people at a time, so it was a very Rogan style podcast. And then 2020 hit, the pandemic hit. I had some retail stores that I put all my money into, and I ended up paying my employees instead of taxes and trying to keep it open. And that just went to hell. So then in 2022, I moved out here.
Hell yeah.
I just went for it.
Welcome to Texas, man.
Yeah. So that was it in a nutshell. But because of Rogan and Diaz, that's why I got to the podcasting, was specifically because I saw what it did for my hash oil, and I wanted to educate other people on that, and that's kind of how it blew up.
Not that they were loving your shit. It was selling out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
man. That's pretty cool.
Literally, yeah.
That's pretty cool. No, it's crazy because you hear people while they get inspired, and a lot of them it comes down to comedy podcasts. I mean, Rogan was a big influence for me too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I wanted to do something that I could have a fun time. It didn't feel like work, and this doesn't feel like work. Problem is, it's not. I'm not getting paid yet.
Yeah, it's not work.
I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid.
They call us hobbies.
Yeah. I need this thing to start paying, but it's like it'll get there. It takes time, but as long as you stay diligent about what you're doing and you keep putting out good quality content, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah, sure.
It's got to.
When I had Maggie on the show, she has the Slide Into Your DMs with Brian Duffy podcast, and she was like, "If I'm not making any money in a year, I'm not doing this anymore." I'm like, I've been doing this since 2018. I haven't made any fucking money, but I've got sponsors and stuff, and I'm having good conversations. And I think that that's really what it's all about, is meeting some cool people and actually talking.
And it's
to
a
them,
great networking tool. It really is. You never know. I've got some gigs from having a podcast.
That's cool.
I've gotten like I did a podcast with Simply Courtney. Shout out to him, and he was like, "Hey man, I can book you on this gig," and he did. And
so Simply Courtney's gonna be our next guest.
Hell hell yeah, dude.
No.
But no, it's serious. Like you can get. It's all about who you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the one thing I've learned about comedy. It's about networking. A lot of it. It's about being funny, number one, but networking's a part of it too. And a lot of guys, they get out there and they think that people are just going to come up there and just start talking to them. Like, no, man, you gotta extend the olive branch. You gotta be like, hey, man, how are you? Like I found you interesting. I found your stuff interesting. So I was like, Chad, can I be on your podcast? And you were like, well, let's set it up. And I'm sure you checked me out first and made sure you wanted to have me on.
Oh, no, I'll talk to anybody. But
yeah.
I'm also, because of that, I make a lot of enemies because I'll talk to anybody and I'll always be myself.
Right.
And a lot of people don't like that. So like some of the more professional comedians or whatever, just haters, you know.
Yeah.
But have you run into any hate?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not in Austin.
That's
I
good.
haven't ran into any yet in Austin. In Dallas, I'm not gonna say I had haters, but I had people that thought that I was being pushed too fast.
Oh yeah.
People that were like, well, you're still young, you're still green.
Trying to hold you back.
Yeah, like you're not ready, you
Yeah.
know. And I'm like, look, man, like maybe I'm not ready, but let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's put me out there. Fucking let's do it. Yeah.
Let's get up there and let me eat shit. You know, if I'm not ready, I'll eat shit.
Yeah.
And I have ate shit. You know, it sucks, man. Bombing sucks. That's
Yeah.
one of the most humbling experiences. But I love the experience. I love the lesson I learned from bombing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned some valuable lessons. Like after a bomb, you're like, I don't want to do that again. Like I don't like this. This sucks.
I haven't really
really sucks.
experienced it, but I've
Yeah.
experienced others bombing, and I'm kind of a dick because I'll laugh at the silence. I'll be the only one in the room laughing, and I did to Billy Ray Griffin last time, and it was not on purpose. I was just high, I was having a good time, and he just came from the mothership. He's like, man, I fucking killed, blah blah, and then he gets pulled out of the bucket for that Sunday open mic. And it was such a tough crowd. It was just silence, and I just every time nobody laughed, I just fucking start busting up just uncontrollably. And I know he's like fucking Chad laughing at me, but it's like, for one, the other thing is like, don't you want people to laugh at you? But,
It's part of the joke.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
It was
comedians
funny.
get mad that somebody laughed at their joke?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what was happening because I was laughing not really at the joke, but at the bottom of the room is what it was. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
But hopefully he got over it.
It's fun.
It's
man.
funny.
It's fun. Like if I can get a laugh, I don't give a shit. Like I had this one time, and this was in Dallas. I went up there and I did my jokes, and this one of these like, no, you're fucking lying. Like he was trying to call me out, saying that I was a liar or one of my jokes, and I was like, you know what, man? And he laughed so hard he spit out his drink. And I was like, even though he wasn't laughing at my joke, he was laughing at me. He fucking spit out his drink.
Yeah.
I still got to laugh out of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I did my job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm up there being a fucking clown. Yeah. I never understood why people like get pissed off. Like I've seen comedians like say something and nobody else laugh, but one person like died laughing. They're like, it's really not that funny. You shouldn't be laughing. Like, dude, you're getting a laugh. Fucking take it, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Either use the energy. Yeah, but that's somebody who just doesn't know what to do. You know, that's what I was saying. But it is what it is.
Take the laugh.
Yeah.
Take the fucking laugh, even if it's at you. Take the laugh.
Well, yeah, they're all supposed to be at you.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not supposed to be laughing with them for one as a comedian. They're supposed to be laughing at you.
Yeah.
But if you're bombing, it is what it is. But you gotta turn it around. That's the bottom line. I've always tried to at least turn it around and get something. If the jokes aren't working, I'll talk to the crowd. Yeah. I'll start really.
You do a lot of crowd work?
No, but I've done it a couple times just in the necessity. Like one time at Lucky Duck, there was just a bunch of IT people in there. And they were not paying attention to the comics. They were just talking amongst themselves. So as soon as I walked up there, I immediately started talking to them about what they do with their job, and they all start paying attention. And that's
you're an IT guy.
No, not really. I mean, we make websites and stuff, but
Look at this.
yeah.
This is a setup, dude.
This is all wired.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Oh,
But
that's badass.
there's wires running everywhere. Yeah, I'm not much of an IT guy. I know how to plug stuff in. Yeah. But I just turned the crowd around, and they paid attention. They got laughs, and then I blew it with don't ask for the woman or something. It was I always ask for the guy, and they didn't like that. just trying to be a sexist joke at the end, and it fucked up.
You ever had a joke where somebody was like, "Hey man, don't do that ever again"?
Well, Keith tells me don't do comedy ever again.
Yeah, well,
But I think he's just a bitter fucker. Yeah. So he's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that try to push you.
Push against me, yeah.
Push against you.
Yeah. I have like 3 at the creek that just really want to just have it out for me.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Yeah. Motivation.
I don't care. Like, they're not motivate me one way or another. I'd rather them just like fucking disappear and die. That's my point. But yeah.
I love that shit, dude. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. If they all were on a bus together and they all fell off a cliff, that'd be totally okay with me. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
And to me, you talk shit. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. See, and that's what we're trying to do at Shakespeare's. We're trying to do something where the crowd can interact.
Yeah, but
I know people hate that.
What happens if you start besting the comics? That's why they don't like me. It's because I'm too confident in what I say, and I get over on them, and they fuck you. Well,
it's also probably because you can fight, and you know that if some shit comes down, you got a mean right hook.
I swear that you're probably the only one that knows that, and you and Sam.
Now everybody knows it because we're going live.
We got 2 people that were paying attention. Yeah.
Hey, how are you 2 people doing? Hey, like and share this shit. All right, keep sharing.
My uncle is one of them saying, "What's up?"
What's up,
Uncle Michael.
Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing about the Austin scene I've noticed. Everybody's getting fucked by their uncle. Like, dude, I never got fucked by my uncle. I must have been an ugly ass kid.
Or just not a caring uncle.
Or not sexy enough.
Maybe your uncle just didn't pay attention to you enough.
That's probably fucking asshole
yeah.
uncle. Could have played my butt or something. What the hell? I feel left out.
Yeah.
But everybody getting fucked by their uncle, and it seems like a lot of like you said, there's a lot of Uber jokes, a lot of jokes on stuff like that. So there's a lot of the same premises.
They all moved here in their car.
Yeah.
Yeah. For one, they all sleep in their car.
Yeah.
They're all fucking homeless. That's definitely the common thing amongst Austin comics is they all come in here with a dream and a fucking vehicle.
Yeah.
And then I've seen some actually crash their vehicle and have to leave because of that. Because they have nothing else after that point.
It sucks, man. Like it's tough out here, man. It really is, and people don't realize Central Texas, Austin, it's 104. It was 104 on my way here. It's a hot motherfucker, dude. Like, this is not a place to be homeless.
Yeah.
You don't want to be homeless here.
Or a car without AC.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're hurting yourself.
Yeah,
like, dude,
for sure.
Like, get a fucking job. Figure this thing out. Like me, right now, I'm not working a full-time job because right now I still have enough assets to where I don't have to.
That's good.
But eventually, the assets are going to run dry. They're going to run low, and I'm going to have to fucking get a full-time. Now, that being said, I am going to look for a full-time eventually, faster before I let my assets run out. But it's like, shit, dude. It's like, it's a grind, man.
Not everybody's planning ahead. Not everybody actually has like skills or a career too. I think I noticed that some people are coming here with just comedy and nothing else, and that's not good.
It's rough. And their Instagram, they're not putting nothing out. They're not putting no reels out. They're not putting nothing, no quality content.
Well, they can't afford a camera. they have the flip phone. That's the problem, man. Yeah.
Got to update that Obama phone, man.
Dude.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, you gotta at least have an iPhone to do comedy.
Yeah, no shit.
You can't come out here without an iPhone.
And an Android, like who's using a fucking Android anymore? Who the fuck is using an Android? Why are you using an Android? Why do you want to be the green bubble?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it comes down to price again, and having bad credit.
Yeah. Fucking get off the Android, get a fucking iPhone, become an adult. Learn. It's time to run, son. You've already crawled, you've already walked. It's time to start running.
Yeah, but even if I had an iPhone, it's like $500 down now. It's crazy. So Android, you can walk out of the store with a brand new one for $50.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, but no, it is wild, man. It's wild because when I came to Austin, I knew that I was going to have to work my ass off comedically. I knew I was going to have to hit all the mics. I was going to have to get out there and put my face out there, and I feel like I've been doing that. But at the same time, I feel like maybe I could do a little harder. I could push myself a little harder. I need to write more material.
Yeah, that's one thing is, man, always be writing. But that's why the tag writing bug is good. If you actually do the subject, they do it on Sundays and on Wednesdays, and he'll give you a subject. He'll say, write so many jokes about it. Some people write just a couple of little jokes right there on the forum. If you actually just put your time into it and make your set about it, you'll find stuff in there. Like there was Frisbees one time. And I made a joke about my dad taking me to the park and teach me how to throw a frisbee, and I threw it up, and he'd teach me how to throw it up into the air and let it come back to me, let it come back, throw it up in the air, let it come back to me. And then I looked around, he was gone, and that's when I learned that I too can teach my kids how to play frisbee in the park while I go look for pussy. So, but yeah, it's one of those ones that you can carry with you just because I wrote it from that,
Yeah. No, the tag mic, it seems like it's got some benefits, man, because I've heard a lot of people that like that. I know Zach Goldman, he's another guy that goes out to that pretty frequently.
But he always does the same jokes, So like if I write tags for you and then you do the same jokes the next week, I'm not going to write tags again for you, So that's why I like the people who use that time to write something new. Yeah. That's really what it's about, is writing something new, bringing something new and trying it there. Because if you're just working on your material, you can do that at the next mic. You can do that across the street. You can do that anywhere.
Yeah.
Use this opportunity to write something new and something that we can tag and come up with. Because if I'm tagging the same jokes 2 weeks in a row, I'm done. If I remember it, it's not going to be good for the tag writing mic. Also, I don't like doing the same jokes with the same crowd ever.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about me but I don't know how some of these comics are expecting to get better if they're not even using the tags we gave them last time. Yeah, if you use the tags and then brought it back the next week, 100% do that. I want to see that work. But if you tell me the same jokes without any of the tags, nah, I'm done with it. Nothing against Zach, but he's one of the ones. But there's quite a few people that do that at that mic.
They come with the same set.
Same set. Don't use the tags. Don't use anything. Just keep on coming back with the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
And if I'm seeing you for like months at a time doing this, I'm frustrated with it. So as somebody who's always trying to write, use the fucking time to write. Yeah. That's what this whole town is about. It's always making you better. Banana phone, you're writing. Tag mic, you're writing. Challenge mic, you're writing. These are mics that will help you become a stronger comic.
Yeah.
Unless you don't work it out. That's a dude who's always working out too. He's always building his muscles. Build your comedy the same way, dude. Same thing.
Hell yeah. No, I agree, man. You definitely gotta look at your bits and reconstruct them, add tags to it, chop it up, cut the meat, cut the fat, Juanita. Yeah. Get all the extra bullshit out. Get to the punch. You need to get there from point A to point B as fast as possible.
The people who cut out the fat's great, but if you have the fat and then instead of cutting it out, you make jokes in that middle, then you really got it. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to figure out is it's keeping the length of it, but making it funny. Yeah. Never having a dull moment in there.
What's the longest set you done?
15, I think. Yeah.
That's pretty. That's a long time.
Yeah, but I also use my notes and stuff. I would go back and look at like different jokes I want to say. It's just because I didn't have the sets yet, and now I've got these sets now where I can actually go from one to the next to the other without having to think about it.
Last night I did 10, but it was all oldish material. I did a few new jokes but it was mainly old material. I got probably about a good solid 15 on old material, but I'm trying to get a new, some new stuff coming. That's what I was gonna say. Like at first, when I got into comedy, I was really a big person on recording every set, every set, go over everything, because you never know what you might do that gets a pop, and you're like, oh, I need to rework that. I need to make that better. So once I got to Austin, I got really lazy. I was like, all right, well, I killed in Dallas with these sets. I'm going to refilter my shit.
Right.
And just do my good shit from Dallas and Austin. And it was working, but I got tired of saying the same shit over and over again. And plus, I don't want, you guys to be like, man, this guy, he's just relying on the same fucking jokes. So writing new stuff, you got to stay consistently writing. And you're right about that. The hard part is like, for me, I don't know if this is for you, but my hardest part is memorizing.
Yeah, memorizing
my fucking shit. So if I go blank, you're going to see me like, oh, you're going to see that fucking sweat.
That's where you have to sit on that, because that's what happens. People get comfortable doing that same 15 minutes, and they'll just rely on that. Even like Hinchcliffe, Ron White, they do the same jokes from 2 years ago. To me, that's bad. If I seen you do something from a special that you're doing at the mothership now, and it's nothing changed, it's the same fucking joke, I don't want to. I'm disappointed, Especially because I was in the green room and Tony was yelling at Hans for not writing new stuff, and I was like, bro,
what do you think about him having Hans battle for his regular? That's pretty cool, huh?
I get it. It's his show. he's trying to put some pressure on him. Like I said, I've seen him yell at him, over material and stuff. So he definitely takes it serious and wants those guys to be the top. He doesn't have the same people be regulars that long, So these guys have been regulars for pretty long. So it's probably time to start running them out. And like Cam's a new regular now.
Shout out to Cam.
So that's gonna be interesting. And then I see who he puts in. I don't think Jared Nathan is right for the show. I know he has a lot of haters, just because the time it takes him to tell a joke is the full minute, so it's not good.
He definitely uses that to his advantage.
Right.
I would.
I
would.
But it's not good for the show, but it's
now, Aaron Bilal,
he
dude,
do some comedy.
That fucking dude, he is on another level. Like it's something about watching that guy go up on stage and he can't speak.
Yeah.
But he puts that speaker down and he just murders, man.
Yeah.
It's like magic watching him go up there. It's
the confidence of it's fun. But it was fun when he was writing them out. But now he's just doing it like a DJ, just pushing play on the hits. So it's a little different.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Eventually, he's just gonna be sitting in a chair, like off to the side, and this is gonna hit play. He's gonna be like drinking some coffee and shit. He'd be like, I wrote that.
I miss Michael Lair too, man. Michael Lair, he was a great comedian, and he passed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Rest in peace, Michael Lair. But he was one of them guys that I enjoyed watching come up, and there was a few times I was like, damn, he's going through it today. You can tell, like, the beard was scruffy and the hair was crazy, and I was like, he's feeling that shit today. But then there was other days he'd come on and he'd be like, damn, this son of a bitch is still kicking, man. He's getting his dick sucked after the set, and it's just like. Some of them guys are just inspirational, like Cam Patterson. You brought him up. He's an inspiration. For him to go up there and do what he does and come from Florida and just go up there and murder. It's like, dude, he kills. It's like he kills every time he goes on stage. Like some people just got that. They got that. And then there's some guys like you or I that have to work hard, man. We gotta fucking be funny. We gotta, we can't just look funny. We gotta go up there and say funny shit, Well,
that was the thing. You didn't see Michael Malma, did you? Have you met him? Mm-mm. He went up on Kill Tony, and he was going to do a set, but the crowd just started laughing at him, just the way he looked. So for the whole minute, he didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
And then in his interview, he barely got one word out. But then the next week, Tony invited him back, and he did a set. And it didn't do good. No. Yeah, so if he would have been a silent comedian, he would have crushed it. At least killed Tony and got him out there where people would come see him, But I think it kind of fucked him by trying to be like, no, I have jokes. And
you are the joke, dude. You're the joke.
But that's unfortunate, because you try working so hard as a comic, and the funniest thing about you is the way you look.
Yeah.
And I have had him on the show before and whatnot, but it just. It's not. It's what the Kill Tony audience. You're going for a certain thing. You cannot expect it to be open mic at the creek or whatever. If it's what that audience wants, and whatever that audience wants, you have to give it to them, or they're gonna turn on you.
You make any MMA jokes, like any jiu-jitsu or judo jokes? There's people out there wanting that.
So
shit,
obviously you see I'm missing teeth and shit, but when I. Like I was on Hans's dating show, and Nick, one of the Nicks brought it up. He was the co-host, and he goes, "Missed a tooth." I go, "Yeah, I used to jiu-jitsu every once in a while to catch a knee in the face or whatever." And Hans goes, "Jiu-jitsu, that must have been pretty gay, right?" It's like, well. It wasn't until the guy rolling behind you ends up getting a boner, and then so that kind of stuff I would talk about. Put little bits in there, and so I would make jokes like that on the show, but not ever. I never actually wrote bits about it.
Yeah, that's fun though, man. Because there's a huge MMA community. Apparently, I know a guy that does. He rolls with Joe Rogan in Pflugerville. So Joe Rogan, we all know he loves combat sports. I mean, there's a market for it. People love fucking fighting jokes.
Well, my buddy Adam Hunter, I've known him since 2007. He does MMA roasted. He actually does the jokes about the fighters and stuff. And I've watched his whole career. He's such a fast one-liner guy. He's perfect for it. And he's a good one for fighting jokes, you know. Yeah. But I don't think I want to step into his ring with him for that, because he's such a rapid fire, good for it, and I think he's got that niche pretty good, you know, for it. And even Rogan talks about him now, you know, being the MMA roaster and, you know, whatnot. So it's good to see him come up like that.
So the other day we were hanging out and we went to Creek and we started talking. And we
talking about us, me and you.
Yeah, I'm talking about me and Chad, and we were hanging out, and you found out something about me. You found out that the first Kill Tony episode I ever watched was episode 510 with Alex Jones, and you were like, bro.
Yeah. What are you even doing there?
No, well, let me tell you how I got there. So I was.
But you haven't know about the old band or anything. You don't know about Jeremiah Johnson.
I did go back and watch some of
Jet Ski Johnson. I mean, yeah, none of these guys. Yeah, so Jeremiah Watkins and Jet Ski Johnson. Yeah, these guys. Even Joel, the drummer, was a fucking badass, and he would do some crazy shit. You know, he'd come out drum naked and these drum offs and shit.
See, I heard about that. I heard he put his sock around his junk too.
Because he had to. At first, he would just come out naked and shit, but then like they made him. So he would do some crazy shit, which the show has nothing on now. They used to have some amazing shows back then, you know.
But Alex, the reason I found out about Alex Jones because through Joe Rogan. So when I remember he went through the whole Sandy Hook thing, and I remember they had the interview. Yeah. And I was like, all right. And then I saw that Kill Tony, and everything I've learned, Kill Tony, all that was through the JRE experience. So once I found that episode of 510, I remember being so entertained and laughing so hard at that episode when he like grabbed this girl's foot and smelled it. And I was like, holy shit, dude, this is crazy. This is a madhouse.
Yeah.
And I was hooked on Kill Tony after that. And I went back and watched some of the older stuff, but I remember sitting there thinking like, man, this is what comedy is. Comedy is supposed to be fucking a madhouse. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to have articulate punchlines, but at the same time, you need to make fun of the people that go up there and don't have any fucking thing planned. Yeah. They need to feel the wrath.
Yeah, they should know that this is a big show, and you're fucking it up. Yeah.
Exactly, and I fell in love instantly. As soon as I got on and saw that episode, I was watching every episode after that, and to the point to where here I am, you know, living in Austin trying to sign up, which is a lot of people do. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Austin, I feel like we're on the verge of a culture shift. Like we're on the verge of something happening big.
Oh yeah,
something happening. I feel like something like we're gonna change the world, man, with what we're doing here in Austin.
New York and LA used to be that spot, and I think now this is that area for you know. But it'd be interesting to see what happens to like New York and LA, and you know what they end up doing or how it changes or evolves. Even Chicago, you know, those types of comedy scenes out there. You know, if it all starts coming down this way, or if it just starts here and then branches back out. Because you get a lot more paid gigs in New York and Chicago and LA more so than here. You know, everything's like a free gym. You know, it's like we pay $10 a month.
You get paid, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like I've gotten paid from a few gigs I've done here, and then, like I said, it's $5, $10. But you know what, man, it's something. And it's getting your name on a flyer. You know, it's adding more to the resume.
Sure. Yeah, but who's looking at the resume?
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
That's my thing. Is like. You know, I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to dog little shows or anything.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No, I
just think, I don't want to waste my time on some things, and most of those are like outside shows that I don't want to waste my time on. But I still do the outside Lucky Duck and whatnot, and so I get my outside ones. But
you need to hang back one Monday for Shakespeare's, man.
I've done it.
Come on, bro. I'll get you up on the top 10.
All right,
top 10. I'll get you up in there.
There we go.
And we'll have fun.
All right. Well, I might do it tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
And then I'll go to Access after. Because I always try to do that Access one at the end of the night.
Yeah. I need to check out that Access. I'm not hosting tomorrow night, so that's what we'll do. We'll do a set at Shakespeare's, and then we'll run over to Access if you're down with that.
Yeah.
And I'll get you fucked up. Since I didn't bring the bottle of Jameson, I'll fucking bring some drugs, and I'll bring, we'll have a good time.
We're doing cocaine with Cruz.
Yeah, we're going to do some coke, guys. Yeah. Cops, do not watch this episode, please. No.
Nobody watches this episode, dude. Don't worry.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna share the shit out of it, dude. Hell yeah.
But yeah, so what what was your like? So to kill Tony was your biggest motivation for coming down here, or just becoming a better comic, or you think Kill Tony's gonna be like the ultimate for you?
I feel like, okay, so this is my theory. You get on Kill Tony, you get a big joke book, you did good. You're a bookable comedian. You're a guy that gets booked. You get on Kill Tony, you get a big joke book, and you get the secret show, you're a headliner. You know what I'm saying? You're a guy that can get headlining material. You're a guy that can get headlining gigs. You're a guy, you get on Kill Tony, you bomb, you don't get shit, or you get a little joke book, keep working. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like a big joke book is like a trophy. Secret show invite that's a big trophy.
Yeah.
You're a headliner. You can be a headliner. Yeah. You can be somebody that, hey, we're going to promote this guy as a headliner. Now, obviously, you can get that without Kill Tony. There's guys that blew up without Kill Tony.
Sure.
A bunch of guys. Yeah. You know, most of your favorite comedians never went on Kill Tony.
Right.
But, sorry, I do feel like Kill Tony is it's kind of one of those things that can help you out, get you where you want to get in your comedy career. Okay. It's honestly, that's all it is. It's a pedestal for me to it's a mountaintop for me to climb. You know what I mean? It's like a peak I wanna scounder. I wanna get up on top of.
Once you get on the first one, are you gonna try again?
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna keep trying. You know, I'm such a narcissist, and I'm such a self-centered asshole. I want the world to see me. You know, that's why I'm on there. That's why I'm going to go up there on a kilt and try to show my junk to the world in a sock. Yeah. But I'm an attention whore, man. I'm in this for an attention. You know, I feel like we all are in some sense. We all want some type of spotlight. And that's what I feel like Kill Tony is. Kill Tony is a fucking spotlight. Because then, not only are you performing in front of 300 people in the comedy mothership, but you're also performing in front of 500,000 people on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 1 million streams on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have people like, hey, who's that fucking dumbass that got up there in a kilt and thought it was a good idea to flash his junk to the world? You know?
If Kill Tony was still in LA, would you have moved from Sulphur Springs to LA?
100%. 100%, man. Like, if it would have been in LA, I would have went to LA. Because after talking to, because I've had some cool people on my podcast, and I talked to a retired comedian, Mike McFarland. He was in the game for 5 years, but he said something that stuck with me. And he said, when you go to a new place, you go there to work. You don't go there to hang out. You don't go there to just become part of the scene. You come there to work your ass off. And that's what I'm approaching Austin with the same. I'm working my ass off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kind of like you are, you know, with the podcast, with the mics. You work your ass off. Yeah. And people notice that eventually. Eventually people see, hey, this son of a bitch is serious.
Sure,
know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it scares some comics for some reason. Yeah. But, yeah, it's interesting to see who's supportive of it and who's worried about it. Because some of them are worried about you taking their door guy job.
And that's the thing. I don't want. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take your job, but if you're doing a fucking good job, you shouldn't worry about me taking your job. You should be worried about you getting better. You know, like I don't see another comic and be like, damn, man, I'm worried about that guy. Yeah. Because I'm so worried about what the fuck I'm doing. You know, I'm so worried about what I'm going to say next. What the fuck am I going to do? You know, how am I going to approach it?
Well, that's also, I think those are the ones who rely on that same 20 minutes and, you know, that, you know, don't write that often and stay drunk at the bar, you know, hang out at night, you know, just doing their same shit.
And that's one thing I respect the hell about you is that every time I've seen you do a set, it's always something different.
Thanks, man.
Like you stay constantly evolving. And that suicide shit you got to do, I can't wait to hear that stuff.
That's already retired. It's over.
It's bullshit.
It's on the better stuff now already.
The suicide shit's funny, dude.
It's cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna expand on it. I just I really think it's a fun one, especially that late night, and because I went in there, you know. You were sitting next to me. I wasn't depressed, or, you know.
No.
And then afterward, so it's just I go into that character for that moment, and you know, and it's believable. And then afterwards, I just hopped right off stage. I was like, I killed. It's off, you know. But it was fun, you know, and it was fun killing for that one guy. You know, there was nobody else in there. It was just like that one dude, and then a couple other people, comics or whatever. But that dude was just loving it, you know. And that was so funny because he wasn't loving everybody's shit. He wasn't having a good time the whole night. And then when I walked up there, he was like, "Holy shit!" And then he went into it, and he got into it with me, and it was a fun little ride for him.
No, it was, man. And I remember watching that dude, and I was looking at him laughing too. I was like, "Holy shit, we're both." Yeah, this shit's funny, man. Like, goddamn, this son of a bitch is on something. So are you going to do that at Shakespeare's Monday night?
Maybe it just depends. Really, I try to feel the crowd, and what kind of crowd it is and stuff too. And if it's like a younger crowd that's just like happy-go-lucky, they're not going to be into it, But I'll probably do more like having a bad dad type stuff or whatever, type of things. It really depends on the room, what I'll end up doing that night. Like, and who's in there, who's already seen the shit too. If they've already seen it, I don't want to do it for them too. That's the other thing. So I try to always have something for each crowd.
It's crazy because I talk to some people and they'll be like, "Yeah, comedy's just a hobby for me," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." But to me, it's a thing that I'm really trying to, like, I don't know, is comedy a hobby for you, or is it more like something that you want to make lucrative? A
hobby that as in it doesn't pay. I put a lot of time into it. That's what the definition of that would be. But I would like to be a headliner who gets paid to be places, for sure, and then not be a hobby then. But right now, it's not the job. It's not my job, So it would have to be a hobby, But it's a hobby I put 40 hours a week into.
No, I understand. Yeah. What's your end goal in Kill Tony?
Well, originally it was to get recognized and for us to fucking hang out and be friends and whatnot. So now
Have
it's
Tony Hinchcliffe's number in your phone.
Yeah,
cool. Fuck yeah, dude.
Because I just when he was at the the comedy store, he would seat me a lot of times, and we talked about movies and shit and whatnot. So like I literally watched him come up.
Yeah.
But now my goal is to get just gain a following that where I can send out an email and say I'm gonna be at this show, and people come out and come to that show.
Put asses in seats.
Yeah. That's my goal now.
That's hard, man. Yeah. That's a hard thing to do. Put asses in seats. I never realized, like, being a comedian, it's not just being funny. Yeah. It's not just being likable. It's not just having a good podcast or having a good side hustle. It's putting asses in seats.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest things. And that's one thing I learned because hyenas, they threatened to cancel my show because nobody was buying tickets.
Yeah.
Like they have a quota that they have to hit, and if nobody's buying a certain amount of tickets,
they're not going to bring the people into work.
They're going to cancel the fucking show.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. So I was telling my family members, hey, did y'all buy tickets? Or no, we're waiting. So I was like, wow, now. They don't wait because they're about to cancel my fucking show. Yeah. So luckily my family, they came through. But I was sitting there thinking, like, shit, man, like, if you don't put asses in seats, you're fucking performing in front of nobody.
Yeah.
You can be the greatest comedian, but nobody knows it because nobody sees it, It's all about putting asses in seats. At the end of the day, that's what they want, which is why I think it's crazy that they're doing the punchline comedy, the stripping comedy. That's going to put asses in seats, but it might be for a different reason than comedy.
I even commented on there. I said, this show looks hilarious. Like, what do you... Why do you call it a comedy show? It's like,
come get pink eye and laugh,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, let's have some fun, right? I guess.
Yeah. It's like,
I'd do it. If they extended the invitation, I'd fucking do it. Fuck it, why not? It's another fucking gig, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's different. When you start mixing sex with comedy, what kind of crowd are you trying to attract exactly?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be all guys, which a lot of times you're definitely not gonna get fucked for that show. I don't know. It's an interesting concept, but fucking Sunset's doing it.
Yeah. You like an Austin comedy scene?
Yeah, I mean it's the only one I've been involved in, so I don't know how other comics are other places, but. I've had a good friendship through here. I've met some pretty good people, but at the same time, I've met some assholes too that,
Gatekeepers.
Well, just total jerks.
Yeah. People that find you a threat.
Yeah, I guess that's how I'm taking it. I mean, why else would you tell me not to do comedy and kill myself?
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah. So that's the kind of people. Actually, so that was a conversation I had with Keith Ray at the bar before I went and did that suicide set. So I actually used the energy from that to do that set. But it was just
murdered, man.
Yeah. So that's why that's why I kind of went outside to see if he was still there afterwards, Because if not, I know he walked through during my set because he was outside before it, and I know if he wasn't outside then, he walked through while I was on stage.
Yeah.
I know he heard it. And I know he heard the fucking laughs and stuff. So that was my point. So I wanted to just kind of see if he was around. And sure enough, he had left during that time. So I know for sure that because he was telling me I do the same jokes, I never write and stuff. I'm like, you don't know me at all, bro. You fucking have no clue who you're talking to.
Yeah.
And so afterwards, I was like, oh, did you hear me writing new stuff? But yeah, he was gone. So I know for sure that he fucking went and killed himself that night. But we'll see. Yeah.
Guess we'll find out at 5:30 if he's there at the mothership.
Well, I didn't see him on Monday after, because that was Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That was Wednesday night.
Okay.
Because me and you went and hit that little. I showed you around my.
Yeah, that
place.
was Wednesday night. Yeah.
That was Wednesday night. Yes, sir.
So on Thursday, I was going. Was it Wednesday? No, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday night, right?
Was it Tuesday? No, because Tuesday's when I had my run-in with Tony Hinchcliffe and that.
Right. It was that night.
So it was Wednesday night.
No. It was that night. Yeah. Because you came in afterwards.
All right.
Because I went by the Vulcan on Wednesday. I was going to go see the show afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And I walked by and see if Keith was
Guys, we get really high, guys.
Yeah,
we get really fucking high, okay? We smoke good weed here in Austin. There's no dispensaries. Weed is illegal in Texas, but there's good fucking weed here. There's great fucking weed.
Yeah.
I just wish there was more choices.
But he wasn't at work. That was my point. Yeah. There should be more choices.
Yeah. How do you feel about the weed laws here in Texas?
Well, in Austin, it's decriminalized, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be decriminalized than to be legal or regulated.
Got you.
Because that's when you're having to deal with DUIs and
tickets and
all
shit.
that shit. Yeah, because if you have too much or whatever, decriminalized is they're not even going after. They're not looking at it. It doesn't matter. They're not going to talk to you about
Just
it.
leave me alone.
Yeah. So I'd much rather it be that way than to actually have a regulation board and things like that coming in and doing breathalyzers for THC and shit. Yeah.
No, I agree. My buddy, he's really big here in the Texas, pharmaceutical industry and all that. Well, he has marijuana wine, THC wine. Apparently, you can get away with putting it in wine or making it drinkable, but you can't have edibles. You can't have any of that other bullshit that I wish you had. I want edibles, man. Yeah. Edibles. I'm trying to get away from the smoking, but I mean I still smoke weed, but I'm trying to get away from the smoking. But I'd rather prefer the edibles because it's just cleaner, you know, and all that. But until it gets legal, I'm gonna have to keep smoking marijuana.
Yeah, it's just such a hard.
I'm gonna be a criminal.
I like edibles. It's just so hard to regulate. There's that come down from the edibles. I try to stay even all day long.
Yeah.
And that's that balance of waves, which I've switched to mushrooms on that.
Nice.
And, it's been trying to dose it but have that
Shrooms
peak,
are badass.
and that
Fucking love shrooms.
Yeah.
Shrooms, they're so good, man. They're a service. I'm gonna tell you, whoever does shrooms or whoever gets people shrooms, thank you, because people need them. PTS people that are military vets, they have so many good things to say about shrooms. They help with anxiety, they help with PTSD, they help with depression. Shrooms should be legal. Marijuana should be legal. That shit that grows from the ground is good for you.
Yeah, I think mushrooms gonna be the next marijuana prohibition legalization type thing that's happening. They have them in Oregon and other places, Washington.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a wave of legalization coming through. You can get the Amanita muscura, whatever the little red mushroom thing is. They are extracting it and put it in gummies. So that's the mushroom gummies you can get at the smoke shops here, and you can trip on those. Those things they'll get you high, but it's not the same as psilocybin because it's the legal whatever other side of it. But it's more of a wavy high. It's weird, But yeah.
It's cool, man. It really is, because there's a lot of people that are finding studies on that stuff, and they're just finding it's nothing but benefits.
Yeah.
It's nothing but good things.
Yeah.
Nothing but good things. You take too much, you have a psychedelic experience. You learn a lot about yourself.
Now, see,
that's what it is.
If people have to go out and pick them themselves, that's where there's a problem, because they end up getting poisonous ones or whatever, trying to get that relief. Whereas if they were available to everybody, it might be a little bit more safe. You
ever had a bad trip?
Yeah. One of the first times I did it, I ate a bunch of them, and I went and saw this rock concert. And
yeah.
I was already like broke. I shouldn't be there. You know, a friend brought me, and it was just a nightmare. So I ended up spending the whole night in the car, just like not having a good time. But, yeah.
So, bitch, where's Chad, man? What the fuck happened to Chad?
Oh, they were on their own mushrooms in it. Yeah, I was just fucking depressed. It was not a good time.
Hell yeah, dude. No, I've had some bad trips, man. They suck.
Yeah.
You learn a lot from the fucking bad trips, man.
Yeah, I'd rather just stay low and medicated, not overdo them, you know.
Yeah. I almost killed myself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I thought I died on the way to, because we're in Utah and we were like vacationing with family, and it was a really cool experience. But I took a shit ton of mushrooms, and I shouldn't have did. I probably did a little more than a heroic dose, and I'm just in there, and I thought that we died on the way there.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm dead. I just haven't realized it yet. I almost killed myself. Like, I was thinking about, like, just ending it. Yeah. And I was like, I need to throw the fuck up. I'm tripping balls right now. I need to throw up. I'm having deja vu. Because I don't know if you ever experienced deja vu, but I was having really bad deja vu. I felt like I was, like, in a fish globe, dude. It was weird. I was like, yeah, I need to get the fuck off this shit.
That's a crazy trip.
Yeah. I ended up flushing the mushrooms down the toilet and freaking out. And everybody's like, no, dude, you're just tripping. I'm like, no, I'm flushing these. These are poisonous. These are bad.
These are bad ones. It also depends on who grew them and what kind of energy they have too, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I've noticed that there's some bad ones, you know, that will fuck with your head, you know. But most of the time, it's a good, you know, just overall. Yeah. But that
was the most suicidal I've ever been, I think.
That's not, yeah.
That was pretty wild.
You're just promoting mushrooms, and you're like, yeah, they might make you kill yourself.
Hey, it'll make you confront them demons.
Yeah,
that's the thing I love about it.
Yeah.
It'll make you confront them dark places.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary. It can be scary or it can be fun. I also got some cool bits of like that. I don't know if you heard my Pokemon bit. Yeah, have you heard my Pokemon bit?
I think so. Maybe go on. Like what?
I'll do it. Fuck it. So I was eating some pussy the other day, and the pussy squirted in my face. Reminded me of that Pokemon character Squirtle. You know, Squirtle just squirting all over the place. That's when I told her, baby, if you keep on, you're gonna make me Char's hard, and I'm gonna Blastoise your Pikachu. That's when I pinned her ankles behind her head and started giving her a slowpoke. Slowpoke. After it was all said and done, she made me a sandwich, and I went Snorlax. After I said, yeah, what can I say, guys? I was out Brock hard. That bit came to me on shrooms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that whole Pokemon bit came to me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was high as fuck on shrooms, and it just, sometimes I've gotten some bits off of shrooms, man. Yeah. So it's pretty cool how shrooms can it can help you think creatively.
Maybe that's why these bits just come to me every once in a while, just because I'm always high. Yeah. I'm never not. Yeah.
We're just going to blame the shroom. This is the shroom podcast now.
I'm just creative because of mushrooms. Yeah.
The whole podcast is shrooms and drugs. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. No, it's pretty cool, man. I enjoy it. Have you tried performing high or on drugs?
No, that's what I'm never not high.
You're never not?
Yeah.
Have you ever done it sober then?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm always medicated. Yeah. Since 4/20/2007, every day, all day, every day, I've been high.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what it's not like not to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I say, you know, being high is kind of like how do I put it? It's like having a pillow you just rest your head on every once in a while.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I just do that all day long.
Yeah, just take it easy. It's like a glass of wine.
Yeah, because I mean, if not, I like to fight people and and stuff. So I think that's when I was sober. Like I was MMA from like 2003 to 2007, and then I started. Yeah, then I started smoking weed. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
I can see that. Getting in the fight because you're, you got a little bit of anger. Like hitting the bag. You really. Like, I love hitting the bag, sparring, shit like that. That shit right there really takes a lot out, and you feel better afterwards. Like, you're happy after you do that shit. Even though you're, like, just got done beating the shit out of somebody or beating the fuck out of a bag. Yeah. It's like you get a high off of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I do love is sparring and, like, hitting a bag and stuff.
Yeah, I never got mad, like, in fights or even sparring or anything. People, I would always match their level. And then they would get angry or get clipped or something and start coming out hard. And I'm just like, I would just laugh and just match the level. I would never actually get mad and try to go hard on somebody or, whatnot.
Did you ever have any fights in the gym? Like anybody try to come at you?
No. It's because, being the biggest guy in the gym is it was a lot of small guys, so it was hard to find somebody my size just to even train with. So it was, it was always, nobody wanted to fucking roll or do it, that was the thing. But I would like fight like I would spar like some of the like long time MMA fighters, but they were like 185ers, and I'm always at 220, or whatever. And so they were faster and whatnot, but I would always just hold them down, or it was never
Just manhandle.
Yeah, it was never a fair fight, Yeah.
No, it can be that way, Yeah, man. When I went to sparred, I did an open mat, and it was jiu-jitsu, and the guys they put me up against were fucking. I was surprised that there were some big fucking dudes in there. I was like, holy shit, this dude's fucking jacked. So I got my ass manhandled. I was manhandled the whole fucking time, and after that, I couldn't walk for like a week and a half because I was so sore.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize jiu-jitsu really took so much out of you.
Yeah.
But it's something that I applaud people for doing, because in order to subject yourself to defeat, you have to be somewhat of a strong person.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't get nervous on
manhandled.
stage.
Yeah. So you don't deal with any nerves, really?
Oh no. And also, I had the cannabis college before, and people were paying me $300 to listen to me talk for 6 hours.
Nice.
And so, I'd have a class of 30 people. They all pay $300 to be there.
Did you ever do jokes and?
Oh yeah, I would make it fun, and talk, because we wrote the whole book, and all the material and everything. It was all written by I knew everything. So. Once I'd just fucking make jokes and talk to them, and just have a good time, and everybody loved it. It was a good time. So that was kind of like the intro to stand up, was talking to people about weed. So kind of what I do now.
Yeah.
Just talking about
weed was there. So you did a weed podcast and talking about weed.
Yeah, weed college. Yeah, that was
fuck yeah, man.
A lot of cannabis.
I bet you got a lot of weed material.
But not really. I forgot it all.
Yes, yeah. That sounds you forgot it all, hell yeah. Fucking weed, pothead.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. No, it's crazy, man. I got a few drug jokes. I got my favorite drug joke is my dare. Of course, everybody knows what dare is. Drugs are really excellent.
Yeah.
But that's my go-to drug joke. But I really don't have a lot. I need to have more weed material. Yeah.
I like my Uber stuff is mostly smoking weed, forgetting I'm driving Uber, or those type of stuff. But yeah,
no, you gotta have fun with it. It's just now that weed is so accessible. It's not cool no more.
Yeah,
I feel like you gotta make jokes about like hard drugs like meth or cocaine or heroin or.
Plan B is what I do.
Hell yeah, dude. No, it's different. It's different. Like it's crazy because Texas is one of those states where it's like, when are we going to do? Oklahoma's legal, Arkansas is legal, fucking New Mexico's legal. When are we going to get the fucking? Is it the old man in the wheelchair that's the problem, or what is it? Is it the? I couldn't even buy liquor today. I wanted to buy liquor today, and I couldn't because it's fucking Sunday.
See, that's where you have to start right there.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You have to start with a liquor prohibition before you get the cannabis prohibition.
It's like, goddamn, man. Like, fuck. It don't make no fucking sense. Like, do you not live in Austin? I've seen homeless dicks. All right?
Yeah.
Dicks I don't want to see. I don't want to see, and I fucking see them on the street.
Yeah.
And I can't buy fucking alcohol on a Sunday. Motherfucker, I need to drink that shit away, dude.
Oh, you can drink it in a bar.
Yeah. Fucking spend fucking $4 shots at Shakespeare's. I'm gonna get lucky. Yeah. The hell, it's usually more expensive. It's usually like a fucking mixed drink is like $12.
I wonder if Sundays are more expensive than Mondays.
I bet they are. I'd capitalize on it. I'd be an asshole.
That makes sense.
Hell yeah. So what's the plan for today, man? What do you got going on today?
So I'm supposed to have that audition through Cam at the mothership.
Yeah.
And then I might do Hansa's show if I get done with that in time, depending where I'm at on the list.
Yeah.
If not, then I'll just go for the bucket at the mothership, and then try to do the banana phone. I'm sorry, bucket at the at Creek in the Cave, and then banana phone at Creek in the Cave. So those three pretty much.
Now the audition, what is that like? You'll get like a regular ship?
So Sunday is the audition to come back for as either a regular on Monday, or get a door guy spot.
Nice.
And so Cam gave me the nod for that to come in for that spot. So like there's so many random spots, and then there's so many people who get put on the list.
Yeah.
And so that's what Cam's doing, is he's giving me the nod to get in front of Adam specifically for that.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. I had the nod for Casey Rocket. I did a show with Casey Rocket in Dallas Fort Worth at the Dallas Comedy Club. And he was like, man, he's like, I'm gonna get you. He forgot about me.
Text him, talk to him.
No, man, should I?
Yeah, that's if you want. Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's all right. I was like, fucking, I'm forgettable. Fuck
well, so Cam told me last Sunday I was gonna have it, and he wasn't there, and plus the audition mic's on Monday anyways, and he's like, I was like, I didn't get on the list. He's like, oh, bro, I'll get you definitely. You know, I made sure that I told him, and he was like, no, for sure, it's gonna be Monday, blah blah. So or Sunday, we'll see.
You're gonna do good, man. You're gonna kill that shit.
We'll see. I had one. I opened up for the mothership one time, and it was Assad, whatever. Amir, whatever his name is.
I know you're talking about the dude with the beard.
Yeah.
The guy.
He was doing the hosting, and he introduced the open mic, and his whole speech was, "Welcome to the open mic. Most of these comics are gonna suck. Some may make you laugh. This first one's probably gonna suck. Welcome, ChadO." And
that sucks.
Yeah. So
I did not set the stage for you good at all.
No, at all. So I went in there with just I started pulling the energy up, started walking past customers, start getting the energy up, and I just went up there and I just did just being raised like bullshit stuff. But I got laughs. I didn't murder or anything. But afterwards, he goes, "I have no clue what that guy just said, but he made you laugh, so I guess that's good." And then our next comic is blah blah blah,
Yeah.
So.
Are they pretty quick about getting your ass out of there?
Yeah. I even left my stuff by Adam Egett so I can get see if he wants to get my Instagram or give me a nod or anything. Instead, he looks at me and looks down, crosses my name off real quick. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what it looked like it to me anyways.
That's the hardest part. Opening a show is hard.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize, man, being that first motherfucker on the chopping block is hard. That's a fucking chore. Most times I go to an open mic, nobody wants that first spot.
Yeah.
They want 5, 10. They want somewhere further down.
Yeah.
That number one seat is the hardest fucking seat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That and closing, because at the end, people are tired. Either
you're gonna be a murderer or
yeah. Either if you're a headliner, you got to be killing.
Yeah.
But that first seat, dude, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to go out there and get it going.
I did that first spot at Anderson.
Especially when you got somebody telling you this dude might suck.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on, help me, throw me a bone, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit.
Didn't even do a joke.
You already got on the mothership. Help me out.
That's the point.
Shit.
That's why they do it like that.
Yeah.
To be see who can push through that.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a test, but now it's been 2 months, and so Camp's like, yeah, okay, come back, we'll get you out. Yeah. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Good luck tonight, man. I think you're gonna kill.
If he holds his word.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the
We'll
thing.
see.
I guess I'll remind Casey Rocket, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, remember that one time a long time back in Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him a cool little spot in Oklahoma to go hang out at, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool." You travel a lot? You ever
I lived in Oklahoma for a while. That's where me and my
Oklahoma?
wife met and got married. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you like Beavers Bend area?
I haven't been through that area, no.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. If you and the wife ever, or you and your buddies want to go hang out, Beavers Bend is a spot. They're about to build a huge fucking casino up there. Hopefully one day I can perform at a big giant casino. That'd be cool. Yeah. But yeah, it's badass. And they got like a river, you can float, it's got kayaks, fucking all kinds of cool shit, dude.
It's cool.
But yeah, it's a dope ass spot. It's growing huge because a lot of Texans are finding out about it. Plus, there's a lot of people are moving to Texas and they're finding things to do, and that's one of those spots where people are like, yeah, I'm going to hit up Beavers Bend.
Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool spot.
Beavers Bend.
Yeah, Oklahoma's a beautiful state, man, and and one thing they got going for them, marijuana is legal.
Yeah,
they got legal. They got recreational marijuana.
No, it's medical.
Oh, is it all medical?
Yeah.
Okay, they have recreational.
But in Texas, being from Texas, you can get a temporary card in Oklahoma, and you can buy it going across the board. So you can actually have Oklahoma weed in Texas.
Yeah. I've bought a few Oklahoma carts and a few Oklahoma edibles. They're usually the edibles are fucking good.
Yeah.
The weeds, they're still figuring it out. It's not like Colorado weed or California weed, but it's okay. It's doable.
A lot of the brands I helped in Arizona are now in Oklahoma, so they expand. Get have their standard operation procedures or whatever. And
you ever missed a weed game?
No. It's just it's not for the patients. You know, I was all about patient care, and it's all about the money with, you know, the new recreation and even the medical people. They only care about, you know, making money, not helping people anymore.
Yeah.
So it's gotten away from what it was supposed to be. You know.
Yeah. If Texas legalizes, you gonna jump in that market?
No. I would, if I was doing anything, I would do like a CBD or you know, store here like I used to do, because, you know, you can really help people with, you know, CBD and Delta 8 and different types of things that you can sell legally without having to worry about. It's all the regulations and getting federally rated. You know.
Yeah.
Well.
No, for sure, 100%, man. Yeah, the weed, we need more of it.
Yeah.
We need everybody to get high.
Sure.
Everybody should get stoned.
Yeah,
it's good for you.
There's some people that probably shouldn't.
Yeah, that's true. There's some people that get high anxiety from when they do it. Sometimes I get anxiety. It depends on the strain. Are you a sativa or indica guy?
I prefer more sativa.
Me too. Yeah. Same. Yeah, indica's good too, but that's for more like let me chill at the end of the night. But
Sure.
Sativa, shit, I can fuck with that all day, baby.
Yeah, if I smoke weed all day, I'm pretty much tired by the end of the night anyway, so it doesn't matter what
Being high all fucking day, nice.
I start at 8 a.m. You know, whenever I wake up, you know, just start smoking weed. Not anymore, but I would just replace it with mushrooms. And
I wake up usually masturbating.
Yeah, no, you'll get past that eventually.
Wake up and just jerk one out if the wife ain't home. Usually she's not, so I just jerk one out. Yeah. So I'll just jerk one out and then go and smoke me a little bowl out of my bong and try to write jokes, try to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alden, he'll write every morning. He'll come up with like stuff out of the news. It just jokes for himself, you know, and just always writing stuff. It's interesting to see, to hear what what his process is, because he's always writing. He hosts those tag writing mics, and he'll write tags for everybody, and he's always putting shit out. He does like the clean comedy stuff, but he also has like the Big Fat Cock joke book coming out. And there's some good stuff from him. He's a good guy to know.
You do any clean comedy?
I say fuck too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I'm always, that's just the way I talk.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, clean comedy's tough. It's a rough one. In Dallas, there's a club called Backdoor, and it's only clean.
Why would you name your club Backdoor and have it only clean comedy?
I know, right? It's fucking crazy. Backdoor comedy, it's all clean. And the one thing I do love about it is it pushes you, though. Yeah. Because you can't rely on fuck. You can't rely on faggot. You can't rely on retard. You have to rely on a good, solid, clean punchline.
Well, I don't rely on this for the laugh. That's just how I talk.
No,
the joke is still there.
I know what you mean.
But,
Yeah, but it's kind of tough. Like, it kind of challenges you to really focus on writing. But then when you take that clean comedy and you take it and you start adding the fuck, the faggot and the fuck and the retard and all that shit, it just kills that much more.
Sure. Yeah.
And all the words I just said, you know, the retard and faggot, those are like those are words that can get you canceled if you're not funny. You know, like it's,
like if you just say them randomly on a podcast, we cut them out. Yeah.
Sorry, ChadO.
That's not my fault. You said it.
Dude. That's true. I say to my podcast too. This is a comedy podcast, guys. Have an open mind.
We had fucking Big Tech say the N-word. So
what?
And then begged me to take it off the air and never air that.
Oh shit! Did he say the A at the end or the R?
I think he was quoting something, but.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that word, man. You can't. I just don't even say that word no more.
Well, he's also talking about him and his buddies play a game on "Don't say it." Yeah. I'm like, well, if you have to keep on telling yourself "Don't say it," and then you say it around like 10 minutes later, there's probably an underlying issue.
Saying the fucking N-word, man. I used to say it when I was younger. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was a dumb kid. I used to say it.
But you also used to live in Arkansas,
Northeast Texas. Yeah,
border,
Sulphur Springs, fucking population 17,000.
When you're born, they give you a hood up there.
Yeah. Even half Mexican kids like me, because I look white.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, man. When I tell them I'm half Mexican, they're like, "What? Are you serious?"
Anthony Cruz isn't Mexican. Antonio Cruz.
Antonio Jesus Cruz. Yeah. Man, that's Mexican as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
if your middle name is Jesus, you're gonna be definitely have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know you're Mexican, when your middle name is after the.
We got a little Chihuahua mutt that we we found on the street on Easter one year, and we named him Jesus, but he goes by Chewy. You know? Yeah. That's what we call him, Chewy. Yeah.
So your dog's name is Jesus, but Chewy.
Yeah.
Nice.
He goes by Chewy, you know.
Yeah.
Is that
You a
what?
religious man?
I used to be, no. But in school, when I was younger, I did like a Bible club in school and everything. Yeah, but I was an idiot.
Yeah, I used to preach, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, back when I was younger.
yeah,
I was in the cult. I was in, dude. I was in, bro.
Yeah.
Hook, line, sinker. I was a Pentecostal preacher.
yeah. That's why I started. Yeah,
It was a Pentecostal. I preached youth ministry, and then I also did jail ministry. And I was like 18, 19. I was like, who the fuck am I to tell these grown-ass men not to live their life? And, like, I don't know anything about anything. Like, why am I telling these people
that's how they get you.
Yeah, I was like, I need to have my own life experiences.
And then the testimonies. I used to suck Satan's cock for coke. And this before Jesus found. It's always be the best story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, it's all fucking dumb.
it is.
Yeah.
It is,
But I literally thought about doing a Pentecostal preacher on Banana Phone tonight. That's so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah,
You should, man.
Yeah, I thought about doing it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll go and watch.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want to sign
I'll get
up, but it's hard to get on.
Yeah,
man.
it's
You only
hard,
get 20 slots.
And some of the assholes just grab all the papers and start passing them out.
Do they really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah. So I'll stay in the audience and just write against those people. Try to make them
That's
not
the
want
thing.
to
It
sign
seems
up.
like a lot of these mics are rigged.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know, if you're not buddies with somebody, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you are funny in the audience and you can still kill it on Banana Phone. And yeah, without having to go on stage. That's like Nick V stands out like that. There's some people that stand out just from just being in the audience,
You just yell at them,
yeah,
talk shit.
Yeah.
You do a lot of that on Banana Phone?
Yeah. If you get some really good ones before they really have no comebacks, you'll definitely be noticed. The whole crowd will jump on your side. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah.
I need to check that out more. I've only been one time just as a spectator, but I need to go and actually sign up and get partake in it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a fun one to participate, but it's also a fun one to watch. Just to see what these comics are doing or getting said or saying.
And see how they handle being on stage getting yelled at. Some people freeze, man. Some
people
people
can't handle it at all. Like sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, that was a good one." I don't have a comeback at all. Sometimes that's just a good one.
You ever had somebody try to fight you after a set?
No. But like if I was to do roast battle, I would see me taking it too personal for sure. But
Hey, Sandjacks, that's another thing on Sunday. Sandjacks, they incorporated roast battles.
oh yeah,
Dude, it's a good way to practice roasting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I do that on Sunday. So if I don't make the mothership, even if I did, I would go and I would sign up for at least the roast battle because I'm still learning how to roast. I can't talk shit without being like you personal. Like I roasted Derek Dimple, and I was saying I was being mean. I was like, man, read a sign. I was like, take your glasses off and read it. And I was like, that ain't even funny.
Yeah.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
Like I need to learn how to make bits and make it funny. So I'm still learning how to roast. It's a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually most roast battles, you have like a few weeks to prepare, so you actually write jokes about the comic and kind of get to know them before you know who you're up against. So just doing a random roast battle is probably gonna suck.
Yeah.
But yeah. It is
Unless you know who they are,
Yeah, we really have to. Yeah. Still, you have to prepare. Even like doing jokes in the moment it's not gonna be easy on a roast battle. Most of them are pre-prepared.
I'm 1 for 3. I'm 1 for 3. I won 1 out of 3.
Oh wow.
I beat who was I can't remember the guy's name, but I lost to Doug Allen and I lost to Derek Dimple.
Yeah, those are two that do it a lot.
Doug, he's pretty fucking funny. That son of a bitch, he goes in, dude. That son of a bitch goes in. I love it though. I told him, man, I was giving him information. I was like, dude, I dropped out of high school, got my GED. I was telling him everything. I was like, make it funny, please. Talk shit. But I love that shit, man. I love hearing what people say about you because you never know what people think about you until you hear it come out of their mouth.
Oh, I hear it all the time, man. They tell me to my face a lot.
Really? No shit. That's crazy. Nobody tells me. I wish people would come and tell me, man, you fucking suck.
Well, maybe you don't.
Maybe.
Maybe you're a pretty likable guy.
Sometimes. I think it's the kilt.
Yeah.
I think the kilt helps.
Stand out.
Yeah. It's definitely I'm not gonna lie. I do wear it sometimes in shows, but it's not something I wear, out when I'm out in public. I'm not wearing a kilt when I go to the grocery store. I'm not wearing a kilt when I'm fucking hanging out with, with buddies.
Yeah.
I only wear it for comedic reasons. Yeah. It's part of that.
Which is a pretty big insult to the Scottish people.
I've had a Scottish guy tell me it was.
Yeah.
And then I've had other Scottish people like, man, we love what you're doing. So I was like, I don't know. Wait, am I doing something wrong or am I doing something
You're
right?
cultural appropriating. You shouldn't be a half Mexican wearing a kilt. You should wear a sombrero and.
The thing is, I haven't done the 23andMe, so I don't know what the other white
you're
stuff
just
is.
guessing.
I'm guessing, man.
Yeah.
Until you do the 23andMe, you're
off the government list. Man. You don't know who you are.
Yeah. Have you done it yet?
No, I don't. I want my organs for me. I don't want them coming in and looking for my shit.
Yeah. Have you thought about doing it?
Nah.
You pretty. You know what you are.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. No. But
Yeah, don't bother
doesn't matter to me.
either.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm a fucking American mutt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an American mutt. I'm half Mexican, half whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And then, like, if, those people who are like, I'm 2% black, like, fuck off. Whatever.
I've seen some say, I'm like they get a little bit of black on them, they start dropping the N-word left and right. Like, bruh, you're still white, dude.
Yeah, everybody's a little black. Everybody's a little bit from Africa, let's just say that. Yeah.
Just cause
you see that freckle there? That's how much I.
Yeah, I got like a birthmark on my leg, and it's dark brown.
There you
My buddy
go.
of mine said, "Now you're Mexican trying to break
Escape,
out."
yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, that's probably what it is."
They always jump in the borders.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, we gotta get here one way or another. This is the land of the free, baby, home of the brave. Fuck yeah.
My buddy's selling condos in Mexico right now. I might just go back down there.
Yeah. I heard a comedian went to Colombia and is living it up.
Well,
Yeah, apparently Colombia is super cheap. You can buy like a 6-pack for like $1.25.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, huh? He's got his retirement, went to Colombia, is hanging out with hot chicks. And,
Yeah, the bad thing is they don't pay you in dollars. They pay you in their money, and
Yeah.
it doesn't convert to $1.25 as easy.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Do you ever visit other countries or anything?
No, I've never been out. No. Just West Coast mostly. But yeah.
Yeah, West Coast is cool, man. I like that area. I haven't been as far. I haven't been to California yet, but the furthest west I went is Arizona.
Yeah.
And it was pretty dope. I enjoyed it. It's fucking hot.
Yeah, I moved there from Mesa recently. That's where I was last. That's where I told you, we had the cannabis college and stores in Arizona. But
Yeah, it's a dry heat, which is something that's not as bad as it's
yeah,
humid.
yeah. It's you don't know you're hot because you don't sweat. You just fucking die. Is the thing. This sucks all of it out of
Your
you.
organs just start failing.
Yeah, it kills you pretty quick. Yeah. But I had heat stroke there only time in my life because of that. I'd be working outside or whatever. You're not sweating. You don't feel like. And all of a sudden you're just dizzy and you can't come back. It took me out for like a day. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's a whole experience, man.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Did you think you was gonna die? Was that?
Yeah.
Was that one of your first close to death experiences?
Probably so. Yeah. Just from
pretty scary.
heat stroke. Yeah, because you can't get rehydrated. It's so hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have to do an IV?
No, I didn't. I just ended up drinking a lot of water, laying in bed, but I was just literally dying. But yeah, it was bad.
Did you ever get COVID?
Yeah. It was no big deal. I never got vaccinated. The wife and kids did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So want to see the difference.
Yeah, I had it a couple times. Lost my taste and smell the second time, and I didn't get it back for like a month and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was really worried. I was like, damn, this sucks. Cheeseburgers are not going to hit the same.
Yeah, I didn't lose it. I took a lot of vitamins though. I knew that was like the hack. I took a lot of vitamin D, a lot of
Did you do the
vitamin C.
ivermectin and all that?
No, just a lot of vitamin D, a lot of vitamin C, and just got over it real quick.
Yeah. I never got vaccinated either. I signed up one time to get vaccinated at my job that I was working for currently, at that time, and I pussed out. I just couldn't do it, man. I was scared, man. I was afraid because I was hearing a bunch of bad shit happening from the Johnson & Johnson, and then everybody was like, the Moderna's the one. Moderna's the one to get. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to get the Moderna. And then I was like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'll just lose a bunch of weight because I used to be 320 pounds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm down to 230 now. Yeah.
Tony Cruz weight. Cruiserweight.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a chunky monkey.
Huh.
I was living my best life.
Yeah.
That's what I like to tell people.
You got the loose skin, or did it tighten up on you?
It tightened up pretty good.
That's good.
It tightened up pretty good. I still got a few stretch marks.
I got stretch marks like crazy. Yeah, but this is like the fat.
I'm a tiger
that's
though,
good,
man.
yeah.
It's a tiger, you know.
Yeah.
A tiger's got marks, you know.
They're great, Tony.
Yeah, totally great. Oh yeah,
Tony the
dude.
Tiger.
Fuck yeah, dude. But I think today I'm definitely gonna hit the comedy mothership. I'm gonna sign up for that. Maybe Sandjacks, do that roast battle. Keep
Right.
practicing on that, you know, getting better.
Might check that out if I don't do on the show.
Come on, man. Hell, we can roast each other.
Yeah. You got anything to promote?
Yeah. I got a show next month on the 8th, the boat show. I can't remember the guy's name that puts it on. He's a cool dude.
His name's Bryant Smith.
That's it, Bryant Smith. Thank you. Yeah, Bryant Smith puts that show on. We're gonna do that that Monday, and then also I have a Tony's Open Mic podcast. It's on Spotify only, but yeah, it's Tony's Open Mic. I do a lot of different, you know, it's just a podcast about me, kind of like what you do, just
Sure.
having fun, shooting shit, you know, just getting to know the person and just hanging out.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I think Monday or Tuesday I'll be dropping that hour special from the Lucky Duck on the
Fuck
tag
yeah.
riding mic, and then I think I got that's it. Ooh, I got a book and some scripts coming out on Amazon, but I'm not gonna worry about those right now.
Yeah.
But check it out. ChadO.
Hey, come hang
Such
out
me.
at Shakespeare's too.
Maybe.
Monday night. Come on,
All right.
dude.
We'll see.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for checking us out.
Later, guys.
Share and like.